Now, when you're driving and you get to a traffic light, you see the red one, you see the amber one, and then you see the green one. But you got to stop if you see the red one, right? You're heading to a destination and you're waiting for the sign that says go. And then there's a timer. You hold your breath, or you're checking your phone, brief text message before you can push forward. And then you see the green light, and that says keep on moving. Hi, I'm Eteks aka TK, and this is Cupid's Room. You know how we do it: dating, wisdom, experience, and advice for men to shoot their shot better right here. When you're moving and you get the green light, it means you can approach, or like some people like to say, attack. I've got a conversation about exactly that, the green light. We'll be back right here on Cupid's Room. I've got some interesting conversations to have, and I've got someone amazing, someone bubbly, someone exciting. So don't go anywhere. This is Cupid's Room with TK. All right, so still talking the green light right here in Cupid's Room with me. It takes aka TK. I don't know. Is the green light the same for all women? Is it different for women in the South, the North Central, or in the US, the UK? Is it different around the world? For me, I feel like the game is different. The game in the US is different. You got to be more confident, more assertive, and it's a turn on for the women from the little research I've done. And in the UK or in Europe, you kind of you got to be a little chivalrous, a little bit more romantic, and try to woo them with your charm. In Nigeria, if you're not talking money, you're not making sense. But at the end of the day, we still got people who appreciate a good conversation, and of course, 90%, if not more, of communication is non-verbal. Without further ado, I'm excited. She's in the studio with me. She's been doing radio for over 2 decades, from media to events to, just being a socialite when it comes to the city of Abuja and Nigeria as a whole. She's got a bubbly personality. You will hear the smile ripple through the airwaves to you where you are. And I've got to say, Matilda Duncan is with me. Hey, Matilda. Hey, Tills. Hey, Tilly. Good to have you.
It's good to be here.
Yes, so yes.
How are you?
I'm good.
Awesome.
How's it been?
It's been, it's been a crazy year, the pandemic and all, but, we're still here and keeping it alive, keeping it clean. I literally can't feel my hands anymore. My palms are soaked up now with alcohol. There's too much alcohol in my palms than blood.
Actually, I've been thinking about how, people have been relating in these times, whether you just use hand signs or just like give a signal like, oh, can I call you, or DM, or because of the physical distancing and all of that, you might not be as close or trying to get in anyone's space like we used to when it comes to approaching. But it's always been interesting to me as to how to recognize when a lady is trying to say, come hither, come to me, come forward, and attack, approach. Wow. So for you, how would you give a green light?
How would I give a green light? I must have seen at least the yellow light before I do the green light. My point is, I wouldn't give a green light if there wasn't already like a gesture or like a move to receiving the green light.
Okay.
That's my point. It has to be a two-way thing. I don't know that I would give a green light to somebody who was literally on red. You know what I mean? Who's not ready to go. Who's just stopped.
Yes.
But with that, I think I'm just personally a little too bold, with my personality to kind of stop at just a green light. I'm literally just going to take it.
Tell me something I don't know.
I'll just go for it. Like, I look at you and I'll be like, yo, why are you wasting time? Let's go, But I think personally with conversations, maybe side comments, with questions, Basically just communicating with the person would let them know that, okay, so there's a bit of interest coming up from here. And as much as I believe that's what the green light means.
So like, can you give me like the last time this sparks flew and you gave a green light or you got a green light? Like, when was the last time it happened and what was it like for you? Just like some memoir.
I think personally in Nigeria, green lights, the whole green light idea is more like flirting.
Okay.
You probably have like people who just whisper and say the nicest comments to you and stuff like that, which kind of just means which kind of just means like, yeah, I want some of that, not some of that like sexually, but just some of you, your time, your space, your conversations and things like that. So for me, last time was probably a few weeks ago, to be honest.
Interesting.
Yeah. Some weird stare. I was at some place. These days you can't really tell by seeing people's faces totally. So we had like an eye to eyeball contact going on, and I was like, and I had that, not bad. And then he had that, look like, ooh, she's all neat.
Whoa.
And then of course it wouldn't pass a little hi or whatever. Well, my name is. It's the lines that I can't stand. Takes.
What, the pickup lines?
Ooh. Have I met you before? You look familiar. All that kind of crazy stuff. I'm like, no, I don't know you, but we can know.
Exactly. Trying to get to know me.
Exactly. So.
Yeah. It's interesting because funny. It's funny that someone who we both know very closely was telling me about pickup lines, and he's pretty sharp with the pickup lines, and that's more fair. And in fact, Kunle, they both told me how pickup lines are stuck in trade, and you got to come up with something smart off the cuff and all that. And on the other hand, Raheem is like, you got to be honest, speak with conviction, let them know, just being genuine about what you think. So different perspectives on the same thing. But I know that there's some that I heard that were really interesting. Like, I think he dropped something and it was like, what? A hug for me. And that was my first thing that, and he said that one was a shutdown for him. Okay.
My brother had his female friends stored as names of like cars when he was growing up. That's a little secret that everybody must know.
Wow.
So you see his phone and you see Mercedes calling, Toyota Camry. You see like Peugeot 405, you be like the Porsche, BMW. I'm like, who are these people? So this is like the idea of men. I think men in general just are the green lights. They just give green lights to everything.
Yeah, they just spread that tentacle and whoever comes in that radar just gets caught. Yeah. And in these climes, I think from what I've researched, I know that a lot of people, you walk into like and Eddie walks into a shindig and he's looking all nice with his cufflinks shining, shoes gleaming and all of that, and he says hi to the host, his friend at the event, and looks across to where the drinks are, the cocktails, and sees just this beautiful specimen of womanhood in red dress. She's got her earrings, got her pearls, she's looking nice, and they look at each other for say 7 seconds. Just then she looks down, sips her drink, looks up at him, bats her eyelashes, and then just looks away. So I remember that when I used to read a lot about these things, I would find that a lot of things had to do with eye contact. Like there's a way that you would look at the lady, and then she could look at you, hold your stare for more than just a little bit, not like some people do some people just don't know how to do it. They're just staring as if they want to stare into your soul, or they want to, there's a way to go about it. So it's a little bit longer than necessary, but not too long where it becomes rude, and then the person looks away and looks back at you. So both of you do that and you realize, okay, that's the move, let me go. Some other people will look down, in these parts where some women can be quite submissive, so that's the sign of submission, like, oh, you can come through. Some might even smile. So I know that even in some cases a lady might even not be looking at you, but she's looking at you from the corner of her eye. So I'm like, how do you really identify if you don't make a move? And that's where what you said came very, very true. Like,